So ladies and gentlemen, the day has come. I have finally completed the Phrolova story, the 2.5 story, main story quest about Phrolova. So you guys already know, I was like a month late, like almost a version late, or one story late behind because we got Augusta and right now. So I'm literally like behind one version. So as you already know, based on what you watch on my previous videos, I've been saying I'm gonna do the story. I'm gonna do the story again and over again until today I have finally completed. So I want to share the meta of Wuthering Waves story. Is this actually like really good? Like I like how the first thing of Wuthering Wave, like you don't understand like anything. And literally when I sat down doing the 2.5 story, the first half was like, what are they doing? What is the Federico doing? Why Flo was there? Like what is going on? I actually don't understand. But the thing I love about Wuthering Wave is like at the end they just explain everything so clearly and so easily to understand and not time wasted at all. Like boom, bam, and everything just like flashes like on a bang. I'm like, wow, this is peak fiction. Anyways, so to prove that, I'm gonna do a quick summary about the 2.5 story. So if you guys didn't do the Phrolova story yet, this is a spoiler, or I'm pretty sure most everybody already did it. Like right now it's 2.6. Come on. Anyways, let's start the summary. So the summary is starting with Rover like rowing, like going somewhere. I don't know what Rover doing at that time. Then while he was rowing the boat, he made Federico like a big ass ship, and Federico like confront with him. I think like Federico tried to make him join his side or something like that. Then like Rover just refused, and somehow like Phrolova just used her weapon or her flower just like pulled us inside another domain, and we on a chase. So the purpose of this story is find the gem. Like the first one and the second part is basically find the gem. Find the gem. You need this gem to for Fenrico. He need the gem to create the dark tide. While for Phrolova and spoiler again, I'll go there soon. So we are on a chase. We are on a run, finding gems. Then I think we're on a certain point that we finally got the gems, but the gem was on of course the villain side, which is the Fenrico. I didn't know what Fenrico do. I think the problem of me that didn't know what Fenrico did, I think I skipped like 2.0 and 2.1. So I literally just skipped the whole plot of Fenrico, what his character is, because 2.2 I started doing Wuthering Waves story at 2.2, so mostly talking about the horse and the dark tide with Galatea linked with the Thenodian and stuff. So it's nothing linked with Fenrico at all. So I think to me, a quick summary, I do a quick research. I think Fenrico is someone who's like a leader who worship the god, but the god he worship is the evil god. You know what I mean? And his true purpose goal is basically want to make Laguna and Renacida like great again. That's all. But he just followed the wrong god, and the god just say, "Oh, do this, do this, do this." While he think like, while in his mind it was like maybe it's like that's improving Renacida, but it contrasts his theory, which is whatever he's keep doing is just bringing the dark tide to Renacida. So we start from there. We'll go back to the main story, which is like the plot of the story is literally the Phrolova story. So a quick summary of Phrolova. She is a normal girl born in an isolated island, or like an island. There's a bunch of villagers and stuff, and that time she was like what's that, like good at playing violin. And after her first debut, she was like meeting her villagers and like hugging around happily. After then, bam, a meteor just strike, boom, everybody died, like legit. Everybody wiped out from that island, like all dead. So the only one who survived, of course, is Phrolova, which is maybe like she developing like her wavelength or her power just come to light. I mean, just like it just come out there, and which is like allowed her to regenerate herself and also able to control wavelength. This is important part. Treat wavelength like soul. So everybody's wiped out, and she was sad, and she was the only person who was alive. So in her mind, she was like really desperate because everybody she loved just got wiped out. So she always think like when people at that time, when everybody just wiped out like that in an instant, they want to bring them back to life, right? So Phrolova have an idea controlling or like get the villagers wavelength or soul into back to real life, which is first they like she used her wavelength to an echo, because I think Phrolova is like half human, half echo, you know what I mean? So she think like grab the soul, put it on an echo, and treat if it's inside today's world. It's like getting a human soul, putting on an animal or a robot or a mannequin, something like that. You know what I mean? So I think did that make sense? And I don't understand like the part when like Phrolova talking with Rover, but Rover's like a dark shadow, like a silhouette shadow. I think like Rover and Phrolova meet before or something. Like they promise each other like seeing the first debut, something like that. But you know Rover just like wiped his memory off after the Black Shore story. So Rover just like blank, and maybe like Phrolova think he was betraying the promise. I didn't understand that. You guys can like comment down below and stuff. So we got all that stuff, and oh yeah, let me explain how she's like developing, like doing her true goal, which is bring the dead back to life. So first she was like doing the worship. She worship God and maybe like praying to God like bring those dead back to life, but the God like it doesn't work. I know like if they're dead, they dead. There's nothing bring back to life. Second one, she do science, which is like researching something like that. Then everybody call her a witch. Like legit. Third one, everybody call her a witch. This is like a witchcraft. Like bring someone back to life. It's basically a witchcraft. So everybody surrounding hate her. She can't take anymore. Like no one is supporting her, and all her plans just like fail many times. Like more than, let's say 1,000 times. I don't know how long she left. So she fell all of them, and she got no choice to join. And that time, I think like she meet a certain person promising to make her dream come true, which is giving all the equipment, like all the technology, all the knowledge, or like the funding to do her research. But there's one cost, which is join the Fetchers, which is like in Wuthering Waves world or in Rover's eyes, they are the bad guy. There's Scar, the Goat, Christopher, the Mayor, and also Phrolova. So the cost is just joining them. And Phrolova will be like, she already lost so much already. Like what's the cost? Like what's the cost? What's the cost to lose? Like everybody just wiped out. That's just like her most precious thing. And they just like, what is it? So she joined, and fast forward, you know, she joined then that time. So fast forward into the future, the gem is on the Fenrico, and Phrolova and Rover want those because they all know Fenrico gonna use that to bring back the Dark Tide to Laguna, right? So they fight, they do some fighting, and then bam, after the fighting, the most stupid part that I don't understand about the story is like randomly, like during the fight or randomly like, at the end after he was defeated, when Rico was defeated, it was like, yeah, I give up. He doesn't put on like a big fight or like any resistance. He was like, yeah, guys, Rover, I give up. Rover, please save Laguna. Here, have the gem. Like he was like, oh, okay, so all the thing that he was did, all the past that he was did, he just gave up like so easily, and I don't understand that. So the gem have thrown, and it was in the middle of the floor, and Phrolova be like, she want that gem to bring people back to life. But in Rover's side, he tried to stop her because he see the reality when in the beyond, which is the world that Phrolova created, where she store all the wave soul, all her soul, all the villager soul inside her body. So inside there, he see like the real villagers, like the real form of the villagers, then in reality it was actually an echo. So she basically, I explained in the past, before, she grabbed her wavelength, put it inside echo, and it looked so bad. Imagine an echo, someone who you love, just floating and just like speaking like that. So to me and almost to everyone and to Rover, I think it is bad because you bring an innocent soul and put it on something that's so evil like the echo. To Phrolova it's fine because like she can still meet her family or villagers or stuff, but to everybody's eyes this is bad. So Rover will be like, Phrolova, please stop. And instead of like moving back the past, let's change the future and move forward. That's what his true goal is. But Phrolova will be like, fuck no, I miss them, I need to see them right now, I need to see them, or else she there's no living anymore, because that is her true goal, is just bring the dead back to life. So they fight each other, they break up the connection, and for some reason during that cutscene, Christopher the goat just appear out of nowhere from his 8th gate, grab the gem with his book and just dish out. And the second worst thing about the story is that Rover didn't even react even a bit after Christopher grabbed the gem with his notebook. Like he just grab it, dish out, and Rover will be like, yo, Phrolova, why are you doing this? That is like the most confusing part of the story. Like he didn't even put like an angry face or like an ancient face, because like the gem just got stolen by the bad guy, and he didn't even react even a slight bit. And then I think like during the 8th gate of Christopher, Phrolova just like, oh yeah, I remember now. Rover throw a sword on Phrolova, and then the gem is like flying around, and Christopher steal it, and Phrolova is dumped inside the ocean, which is, I don't know what ocean it is, but to me it was drowning inside the ocean and in the deep ocean. And that brings to the next topic, which is Rover vs Phrolova. So the story ends there, and oh yeah, let me fill out the story a bit. The story and Phrolova sink down, and the Fenrico, as you may know, like he's a good guy, but he just followed the bad stuff. So he said like Laguna is not the source of the dark tide, but the source is at Setamon. That's why you see the story shift to Setamon, because of the dark tide that Fenrico said. So the story ends off Rovers and MBs going to the Setamon. That's it. So the final part that I want to tell you after the story is about the Rover vs Phrolova. So I'm literally a month late. I'm pretty sure most people already pick side, and I'm just like late to the drama. To me, I think most everybody like picking Phrolova's side. Most of you guys are gonna pick Phrolova's side because like she suffered a lot, and just give the gem to Phrolova, or maybe like save Phrolova. But to me, I have to go Rover side. You guys can disagree or agree with me, but I have my reason. So first, the saving Phrolova part, which is why. Yes, why? Because like she betrayed him. She said she gave this reason about saving her family, and Rover tried to stop it, and she still like argue with him. So, and also keep in mind, Phrolova is an enemy to Rover's eyes. Like she's the fetchist, which is she's the evil. He didn't know like the back of the mind of Phrolova or anything. Like if you see the evil person like in front of you, you would say, oh, you're a villain. You didn't look at the back or anything like until you like fight with them a long time or a lot of time and understand with each other. But to me, Robert didn't understand Phrolova that much. That leads him to not saving them. Like they have connection or bonds, like only a bit, just to get the gems and just dish out and getting the gem away from Fenrico. That's it. That's the whole point of the team. So Fenrico is gone. So what's the point of like doing the teamwork since they have different separated mind? You know what I mean? And another one, I think this is the best of all. I think this the best of both sides. Like I know Phrolova tried to revive her family, but it's not a good cause. Like putting a wavelength or a soul onto an ego and onto an echo, I don't see that's good. Like I have to go to agree with Rover here. I know like Phrolova like she gonna try over again. But I think that's the best option for Phrolova. Just end it on and see her family or friends inside her mind or inside her beyond and stuff, and not bringing back to reality in this evil world. You know, like if they dead, let them rest in peace and stuff. Do not try to bring back in this world. We all know like the real world is like bad, including in game and in real life. You know what I mean? So also, I'm pretty sure like Phrolova is not dead. She just like sank down in the bottom of the ocean and just vision about her family and friends. I think that's the best of all. Like at the end of the day, she can vision herself like meeting with each other and stuff. I think she's inside the beyond or something. So I think that's good, and I'm not gonna surprise if Phrolova is gonna come back in the future patch or in the future story. I'm not gonna surprise. I'm pretty sure she's not dead. I think like most of you guys like freaking out like Phlowa's dead, Phlowa's dead. I'm pretty sure Phlowa's not dead. Like legit. Like you can see at the end of the story, like Ambi can sense like wavelength, so she can smell wavelength, and maybe the wavelength is like smell of life. So that's means Phlowa is still alive. So yeah, I think that's my standing. I'm Team Rover. You guys can pick your team, and also it's a month late. So anyways, the final juicy part is the rating. To me, the rating, I give it an 8 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's like better than. In my heart, I still love the Cartier team. I mean the Cartier story. I think that's still my favorite one so far. And like judging between only Cartier, Lupa, and Phrolova story, because I already said I skipped the whole prior 1.2. 2.1, I just like skip all of them. I did not interest. I think like, I do a bit of summary, like watching YouTube summary. So I can only judge between like from 2.1. I give it. As said, Cartier is my favorite one. Second one is my Phrolova. Then the third one is Lupa. But 3 of them are good. So 8 out of 10, and the storytelling 8.5. I think the storytelling is good. Like the hook and the action. Like the action is like crazy. Swimming around, like doing the ski stuff, like and fighting. And we all know like I like how like Arrow Rover deals 0 damage, but the core game like give a feature that one shot a creep on Echo. I love that because they know that Arrow Rover do no damage. That's why they give us that. Anyways, this is all my thoughts on the 2.5 story. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's good or a good rating? Drop your rating down below. I know I'm on late. I just want to put on this video so to prove that to prove to my fan or my watchers that I did it and I'm not breaking that promise. So anyways, that is all for today's videos. I hope you guys enjoy, and I apologize on how I said or like my sound set or maybe the structure that I put on my summary or in this video. I apologize. I'm sorry. That's all for today's videos. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.